Every evening, Mark opens his laptop after dinner. He's 52, unemployed, and trying not to panic. His inbox is overflowing with the same polite replies. Thank you for your interest. We've decided to continue reviewing other applicants. He reads it, breathes a sigh of relief, and opens another job website. 25 years of experience are listed on his resume. But somehow, the experience no longer provides a sense of security. It feels like a warning. Too seniority, too expensive, not a good fit. Across America, millions of Generation X workers know this feeling. They're too young to retire, yet are often treated as if they're too old to be hired. This isn't just a job search. This is a silent struggle to maintain the status of the middle class. Generation X was never the loudest generation in America. They grew up between analog childhoods and digital adulthood. They watch factories close, offices shrink, and whole careers move online. They survived the dot-com crash, 2008, COVID, and years of layoffs. But today, many are facing a different kind of wall. It is not always visible from the outside. The unemployment numbers may look calm. The economy may still sound strong on television. But inside kitchens, cars, and spare bedrooms, the search feels brutal. Applications disappear into silence. Interviews end with compliments, then nothing. Recruiters say the resume is impressive, but not quite right. For Gen X, that phrase can feel like code. Too experienced to be cheap. Too old to be trained. Too tired to start over, but with no choice except to try. This is the forgotten generation hitting the modern hiring wall. On paper, the labor market does not look like a disaster. The headlines show unemployment rates that seem manageable. Politicians talk about strength, growth, and resilience. But numbers can hide pain when they are too broad. They can miss the people stuck between paychecks and retirement. For many Gen X workers, the problem is not just losing a job. The problem is how long it takes to find another one. A younger worker may be seen as potential. An older worker may be seen as a risk. And Gen X often falls into the space between both. They are experienced, but maybe too expensive. They are capable, but maybe not modern enough. They are ready to work, but rarely feel truly seen. So the economy can look stable from far away. But up close, the job search feels like quicksand. The harder they fight, the deeper they sink. For most of their lives, Gen X was told that experience mattered. Stay loyal, build skills, take responsibility, learn the business from the inside. And one day, that experience would protect you. But in today's hiring market, the resume can start working against them. 25 years of work can look impressive to one person. But to another, it can look expensive. A long career can show leadership. But it can also reveal age. A senior title can prove value. But it can also make recruiters wonder if the candidate will accept less pay. So many Gen X workers begin editing their own lives. They remove graduation years. They shorten older jobs. They delete titles that sound too senior. They cut experience they once felt proud of. Not because it was useless, but because it might make them look too old. The rejection rarely says that directly. It usually sounds softer. You are overqualified. We went in a different direction. We need someone who is a better culture fit. We are looking for a digital native. The words are polite, but the message can feel painful. Your past is too heavy for this role. Your experience does not make you safer. It makes you harder to place. And that changes the way people see themselves. A former manager applies for coordinator jobs. A skilled professional lowers their salary expectations. A parent hides panic during dinner. Then wakes up early and starts again. For Gen X, the resume is not just a record of work. It has become a negotiation with age. A document full of achievements. And sometimes, evidence against them. The old job search used to feel more human. You met someone, shook hands, and told your story. Today, the first gatekeeper may not be a person. It may be a filter scanning keywords on a resume. It may reject you before anyone learns your name. The algorithm does not know you have a mortgage. It does not know your daughter needs tuition money. It does not know your parent has medical bills. It only sees gaps, titles, dates, and missing keywords. For Gen X, this can feel especially cruel. They built careers in a world of relationships. Now they are judged by systems built for speed. One wrong phrase can bury an application. One outdated skill can erase decades of value. And the silence feels colder because no human explains why. For Gen X, a lost job is not just a lost paycheck. It can break the plan for the rest of their life. Many are still paying mortgages. Many are still helping their children. Many are also caring for aging parents. And retirement is no longer far away. Every month without work means less savings. Every rejection means more pressure on credit cards. Every delay makes the future feel smaller. They are not young enough to simply start over. But they are not old enough to stop working. This is the cruel middle place Gen X now lives in. A layoff at 30 can be a detour. A layoff at 55 can feel like a cliff. This is not just a job crisis, it is a retirement crisis. The numbers do not show what this does to a person. They do not show the shame after another rejection. They do not show the smile forced at the dinner table. They do not show the fear hidden from a spouse. They do not show the silence after sending one more application. For many Gen X workers, work was part of identity. It was proof they were useful, stable, and needed. So when the job disappears, something deeper disappears too. Confidence starts to shrink. Sleep becomes harder. Every email notification feels like a test. Every interview feels like a chance to prove they still belong. But rejection after rejection can make people question their own worth. That pain rarely appears in a jobs report. But inside millions of homes, it is very real. Fixing this crisis starts with seeing Gen X clearly. These workers are not outdated. They are experienced, tested, and still ready to contribute. Companies need to stop treating long resumes like warning signs. They need to judge skills, not birth years. They need to question phrases like culture fit and digital native. They need to make hiring more human again. That means fewer ghost jobs. Fewer silent rejections. Fewer automated filters that erase qualified people. It also means better retraining for midlife workers. More respect for career breaks and caregiving gaps. And a real path back for people over 45. Gen X does not need pity. They need a hiring system that can recognize value in experience. Gen X was told that hard work would protect them. But many are now learning the rules have changed. Experience no longer guarantees security. Loyalty no longer guarantees a place. And silence from employers can feel like being erased. They are too young to retire. But too often, they are treated as too old to hire. Still, they keep applying, adapting, and trying again. Because this generation has survived change before. And they are far too important to disappear.